Tonight on another edition of Turneround's Theory.
You be trying to talk to women these days, and the first thing they say, I like hood dudes. I like street dudes. Okay, when he start whooping your ass, Tina, don't come towards me. I'm off limits.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
And only 6 more episodes left until the season finale. So join me for another edition of Turnaround's Theory coming up next on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, because I can guarantee you it's going to be a damn good one. Remember Turnaround's Theory Season 4, Episode 7, entitled Prison Girlfriends Defend These Pookies and Ray Rays? Well, this is no different because these modern women are so attractive to the bad guys. If you'll stick around for another edition of Turnaround's Theory next on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, we're going to watch a YouTube video from the Average Man Unplugged YouTube channel and watch this video in its entirety. Now, of course, you know me, I'm going to conclude today's edition with another theoretical thought. Now, as indicated earlier in the promo, we are 6 episodes away from the season finale for Season 5 of Turnaround's Theory. And fellas, as I often tell you all, that y'all should often be knowing my saying, and y'all should often be knowing the drill. So why don't y'all grab a quick snack and come on back, because y'all just might learn something. Another edition of Turnaround's Theory starts right now. Roll that intro and let's get into it. I'm more than just a musician, singer, rapper, songwriter, and producer, and video editor, but I'm also a content creator, and I give theoretical thoughts on just about anything in general. I'm Mr. Turnaround, and this is Turnaround's Theory. What is going on, everybody? Once again, I'm your boy, Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T, and I want to welcome you to the latest edition of Turnaround's Theory on YouTube, Facebook, as well as Instagram. As you should know by now, Turnaround's Theory comes to you each and every single Monday over the exciting digital airwaves of YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram for season number 5. And once again, Turnaround's Theory is also the actual platform of where I normally give the fellas just like you at home a free theoretical thought on, just about anything. Do not ask me how I do this intro, that's just how I like to do it. Hey, but listen, for those of y'all that are just tuning in to watching the latest edition of Turnaround's Theory on my official YouTube channel, I want to personally welcome you. And if you are, in fact, a returning subscriber, I welcome you back. And for those that are tuning in to watching another edition of Turnaround's Theory on Facebook and on Instagram, and you're following me for the very first time, I want to welcome you aboard this platform. And if you are, in fact, a constant follower of mine with regard to the content that I post up, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, or any other social media platform, I must say kudos to you as well. Now, as a constant daily reminder, I must reiterate to you all once again to please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel, because it would help out and it will be beneficial for the YouTube algorithm. And please don't forget to smash on that post notification bell, because you, my friends, will instantly be notified every single time I post up and upload more additional content onto the channel. Please be sure to follow me on all social media platforms. There will be a link provided in the description box below on my official YouTube channel, as well as in the comment sections below for Facebook and Instagram. If you also want to contribute to my YouTube channel through PayPal, which ought to be a great help, then there's also going to be a link provided in the description box below on my official YouTube channel and in the comment sections below for Facebook and Instagram. Don't forget to check out my 4th debut album entitled Nothing's the Same on DistroKid and other music streaming platforms. There will be a link provided in the description box below for you to check out and download. Please don't forget to also use the hashtag Team Turnaround that you see at the bottom of your screen, because that lets me know indefinitely that not only you're watching another edition of Turnaround's Theory, but it just goes to show that you are supporting my platform with regard to the content that I post up, and I might just send you a shout out right back. Now, I do hope and pray that I have covered everything within this particular matter, and with that being said, let's jump on over into another edition of Turnaround's Theory.
What's going on, YouTube? Is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So I got a video for you guys that was sent to me by somebody that I've had on the channel before, and I came across it myself. Shout out to Passport Blueprint. This video is going to be a woman holding women accountable, black women in particular, for dating hood dudes. It's been a long time coming, because you don't really see too many women going against this, especially in the black community. But We're going to hear what she has to say. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
There's some kind of fetish with street dudes because we mistake them as being more masculine.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I really wish that women would stop putting street dudes on a pedestal. And I mean, you see how Glorilla's song, she was talking about the type of dude that she wanted, and that's cool because she's selling you an illusion. And don't get me wrong, I love that song. I like Glorilla. But she's romanticizing and sexualizing the type of guy that you keep saying that you don't want.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
If we actually held ourselves accountable for the type of men that we chose, I don't think we would keep romanticizing men that are in survival mode. I've actually never dated a street guy that was very protective. It's a complete myth that they're more masculine and more protective, and they're actually more combative, and they lack a lot of emotional maturity because they're in survival mode. They're not trying to love you. I don't care how many black movies that they create where the love is so toxic, and then for some reason, especially in the black community, we romanticize these toxic relationships, and then we romanticize these guys and say that we want this Russell Wilson, Sierra type of love, but we're never going to get there if we keep talking about we want a hood dude. Especially if you're not a hood chick, they see you as naive and gullible. Don't let the hype fool you where they're like, oh, you're wifey material because you speak a certain way and dress a certain way. The only difference is that hood chicks know exactly what type of time a street dude is on. There is nothing that you'll understand about a person that can analyze, observe you, and know how to get what they want from you, because where they're from, there's less resources. Their survival mode makes you navigate differently through life. And I know this because I've experienced this. If you don't come from struggle, the way you view the world in relationships are just different. So if you're from the suburbs and people, and you speak a certain way, you have a certain disposition and demeanor, trust me, you do not align with no street dude, and they see you as silly and naive.
That was easy.
You know what? I never even spoke about this part that she brought up. That hood dudes tend to go for the more, I guess you could say, sedity, not so hood women because they're naive and gullible to the type of lifestyle that they live. And looking at it from her perspective, that actually makes a lot of sense. I never really thought about that or brought that up, but I can definitely see that being a thing.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
But I also believe that that's a big part of the problem right there. The black suburban women want the hood dudes just like the hood girls want the hood dudes. And in the black community, I think that's why less than 40% of the black women are childless. Meanwhile, more than half of the black males that are single are childless. And then you got the small percentage that are having all the children. How much you want to bet that that small percentage more than likely or probably mostly, if not all, hood dudes? I'd be willing to bet that. I'd be willing to make a bet on that. Because I don't know if you noticed, she made the Russell and Future reference. Yeah, because a lot of these women want to have Future's baby, but then want to have Russell come in and help take care of them.
Why we be so attracted to hood dudes? Like, I just say, oh, the people that's attracted to hood dudes is the ones that had no daddy. I feel like some of y'all that had daddies was like that too. But anyways, I didn't have no dad, but I'm not saying that's my reason. I don't know. It's something about a hood dude. Well, first of all, there's two different types of hood dudes, and my definition might be different than yours. But the main reason I wanted one because they give me a sense of protection.
You can't make this up. You can't make this up, man.
Well, I thought they did. I thought they was like giving protective, and I feel like as somebody, maybe this is why, as somebody that didn't have a dad, I always craved like that that protectiveness that's supposed to naturally come from a dad, but I didn't have that. So, you know, I always wanted somebody that was going to be very masculine. I think I looked for somebody that's hood dudes is what I considered toxic masculinity. She got the zoomies.
What the is this piece of?
That's what I would consider like toxic masculinity. Like those are perfect examples of that. Like, but it gave real masculine to me, so I wasn't catching on the fact that it was really fake.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
But I always thought, like, you know, a hood dude gonna protect me, and they will. But it's so much more than just protecting. But let's talk about the two different types of hood dudes before we get too deep.
Huh?
The type of hood dude that I was talking about, I was referring to a hood dude that's like from the hood, knows about the hood, but that's not necessarily in the streets.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
That's not necessarily still passing out dime bags and all that stuff. That's not necessarily toting that.
You weird, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I was referring to. But last year I had a run-in with a real YN, just a Mexican YN. You know what I'm saying? And he was very much in the streets. And that's the type that I want to steer clear from. I want the type that just, you know, might have grew up in the hood, might have dibbled and dabbled in the streets. Obviously, that's what comes with the territory, but they ain't in that. They know it's more to life than that.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
But yeah, I think I obviously was still talking to him because I wasn't sensing danger. It was a bunch of red flags. Not only was he a liar, but it was just so many red flags with his lifestyle. And I was like, huh. But I think I read way too much Wattpad. Way too much Wattpad. Don't start there. And then like, I think for a minute, my definition of hood dude, I was like, okay, yeah, he not that. Well, when I first started talking to him, I didn't know he was that deep. That man is in jail right now. I didn't know he was that deep in the streets as he was. I thought he was just like, you know, a little hood Mexican. He been there, done that, you know, he's trying to do better. You know, that's not how it was. But I don't know. I always thought this was for protection. And part of me is like, I feel like they're more attractive to me. I don't know. I don't know why I feel like they're more attractive. Like, it just be so fun. It'd be the chains. It'd be the way that they talk, the way that they dress, the way that they walk. It's so much more that come with that type of dude. It's not just the aesthetics. Like, I know a lot of the baddies, they fuck with the hood dudes, but they fuck with the hood dudes when they're on kind of sometimes different levels, you know. But they going through the same shit that you would go through if you this age. India's still in the courtroom, and her man make millions, lots of money. She still got to be in the courtroom. She still got to be, you know, answering jail calls, and that's just not the life that you want. Because it don't matter what the status is. I think it's gonna always end the same, either in a casket, which unfortunately that's how a lot of them go, or in jail for a long ass time. So still find it a little attractive, but it's just different levels. Like, I don't want the ones that's in the streets actively. I want the ones that's realize it's more to life and they working at construction sites or something. Like, they doing more with themselves, but they could get like that, you know? They know how it feels to get like that, and they're not gonna go there unless it's like a necessity in life. Not the ones that find joy and amusement in doing the same shit. Cause those are the type that's gonna grow up, be in their 30s, and you're gonna see them on the corner still trying to ask you, do you need that?
Well, I should have known she like hood dudes because she's over here taking off her cumbrellas and she got the forehead lashes. And this also tells me that a lot of our women are easily influenced, bro. Y'all been watching too much, what's the name of that show, Power? Because the man that she's describing is literally Ghost from the show Power on Stars, man. It's just so typical.
What I learned over the years is that if I'm going to date someone that's in the streets, I have to be able to pick up his slack whenever he gets picked up, you know, and that comes with, I have to take care of the bills. I have to make sure that he's good. I have to make sure if he has kids, I have to make sure that I can provide for his kids as if he's still outside. And most men, they date women and they damage them and do all this bullshit out, you know, while they're out. And when they go in, they don't have nobody. You don't have no one because while you was out here in the streets, you was doing her dirty. So why would she want to hold you down when you was doing her dirty? Like, for what? Doing me dirty again? And on top of that, some of them, they go inside and they continue to do the same bullshit that they was doing while they were out. But the only person that's standing on your curtain is the girl that was laying next to you this whole time.
If I'm fixing you up, I'm paying all the I'm paying all the bills. I'm fixing you up. I'm getting you out the gutter. I'm clean. I'm fixing your teeth. I done got you
But now
veneers.
you're making it sound like it's a favor.
I got you
It's
some
like,
veneers.
it's the intention behind it too.
Together.
It's the intention.
I'm gonna say this.
But they have ulterior motives when they fix up women because they want that woman to be hand and foot doing whatever that is convenient for that man.
Oh, no, you're talking about a different type of man.
No, what I'm saying is that are we willing to be fair about it?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Most women now, right now, 2021, nurse, all of these girls that's out here calling themselves bad bitches with the wonderful jobs, with the great careers and nurse and all this type of stuff. A lot of them are dating brothers that they're fixing. A lot of women right now, a lot of my friends, where the camera at? My friends are out here dating men that they gotta help and assist with their life. A lot of us are settling under the table with things we don't really want because of society, because the finance for women is a bit higher, especially in New York City, it's a bit higher. So
my question to everybody on this panel would be, how come the people that are established don't deal with each other? How come it's always about a fixer-upper or a picker-upper or whatever? How come you can't be worth millions and I'm worth millions and we get together? Ain't that what Jay-Z and Beyonce did?
I'm sorry. I want that.
Culturally, that's a culture.
Why we gotta go all the way to Haiti to go find somebody that's humble until they get over there?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Why we gotta do that? Why we can't meet people of our same status?
And the thing is, and I'm gonna go with what you're saying, right? See, like, there's a difference between $100,000-$200,000 a year and $2 to $5 million a year. Mm-hmm. And with that type, when we're talking about like super successful people, like, you know, the actual rich people, money brings an attitude and an ego into a person, whether you're a man or you're a woman.
Absolutely.
And the problem is a man, and see, and unfortunately, ladies, I feel like y'all have the losing end on this, because a man could be rich and have the whole world as their oyster. But a woman who is rich will not deal with the little crabs and the little lobsters. They want somebody of that caliber. But a man who is rich is not going to tolerate the ego and the attitude that comes with a rich woman. So y'all, unfortunately, need the fixer-uppers. That's why the initial...
Take the attitude of a chick that live on the Lower East Side.
Then deal with you thinking that, okay, cool, what you gonna do? Walk out and buy another condo? All right, cool. Then once your ego goes, you walk out, you buy another condo, now we're both single. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get somebody that I know I can depend on that's not gonna really leave whenever shit gets tough. And a woman who has too many options would walk away. This is my opinion. This is just my opinion. And this is exactly why your man that was on the boat said they're going to be single.
Yeah.
Because they are rich, and 9 times out of 10, men want women that listen. That's all they want.
I'm dancing in distress.
That listen. No, Danny.
Wait, I want to hear this.
Wait. I'm about to finish. Men want women that listen, and women sometimes, not all the times, with that much success and power will not listen to a man.
And that's the dilemma with becoming a successful woman, because I'm starting to pick up on that as well. A lot of the reasons why you see successful women having such a hard time getting with other successful men is because they think it makes them equal, and they think that they can just speak and talk however they want to a man just because, oh, I'm successful too. But it's like, what good is that? And why should I even deal with that if I'm successful too? Like what's the point? You're pretty much trying to emasculate me and trying to take on the duties that you expect me to take on. Because I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I don't think women really want to share any kind of responsibility or have the responsibility of leading a relationship. But they do want control. This is one of the reasons why you'll see successful women deal with the fixer-upper, so to speak, is because those men are not in a position to say anything for real. Those men are not in a position to demand the kind of respect a successful man would, because you're relying on her, and because women are typically not attracted to that, you're gonna put up with her shit in order to sustain a relationship. But when a man is successful, he doesn't have to deal with that. And women know this, and that's why they have a hard time getting with other guys that are successful as they are. Let's keep it moving.
Man, stay away from the females that talk about, oh, I'm attracted to hood dudes. I'm attracted to dudes that do this, that do that. Attracted to dudes that do the whole wrong thing in life. Them are the females that still are young-minded. I notice that the older female stuff, they usually get older and they realize like, oh man, like these dudes ain't got nothing for me out here. Cause they know the end result of these type of dudes they dealing with, they always end up going to jail. See, a real woman want a dude that's really like got a career. He really got something going on with himself. Cause as you get older, you're gonna start to realize that every dude out here selling drugs is not that good of a dude. And this video is really for the females. It's not even for the males. I'm really talking to the women. And I'm really talking especially about black women because they the main people that do this. And I'm telling y'all, that these dudes, bro, they not gonna do nothing, bro. They always end up being unalived or end up going to jail. A lot of times dudes be out here faking and stuff, doing stuff for females, posting their guns on Instagram thinking that females like it. Can't y'all see that all this is just to impress women, to impress y'all? Like, oh, he's so tough. He be all on Instagram with his friends showing his blocks and stuff like that. They know y'all gonna like it, man. That's the whole reason they do it. Same reason people buy designer stuff to impress women, buy jewelry and stuff to impress women. Nobody's out here buying all stuff to impress dudes. Don't nobody care what they think.
Welcome to part 2. Thank you for joining me here. This is going to be a long-ass video, so if you ain't got time for long-ass videos, you might as well go ahead and leave. To hop straight into it, most of y'all who have been watching my content, you know exactly where I'm from and what part of town I grew up at. I'm not going to even waste my time explaining it, though. But what I will say is most people who come from those areas, that's the hood, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Most of the African-American women out there do like dudes that are hood. And that goes into a deeper conversation of how the system has oppressed us as a people and have now taught men that we have to have this false sense of hyper-masculinity, and that women, that if a man has this overly masculine or was presumed to be masculine, walking around being aggressive, toting a pistol, never crying, never showing emotion, ready to punch the next motherfucker in the face, kind of attitude, robbing shit and killing shit, that's what a man does, that Viking mentality. So it's like women grew up saying this is what it is, and most of us men try to achieve that in that area. And then the cycle repeats because those men get locked up. Then you have fatherless households. Then you have single black parent households where the mom's the baby mama, etc. Then those men growing up, some of them end up having a self-hate relationship with their African-Americanness or their blackness. And they end up saying, nah, black women ain't shit. And some black women end up experiencing those same men who were shitty, that were masculine. And then they saying black men ain't shit. You see what I'm saying? And then we just get older and have social media, and then we put together like this. This shit don't make no sense. And as a man that came from South Central California, I can attest to the fact that most African-American women that I ran into, this is my experience, by the way, did not like me. Period. Like I'm ugly, but I ain't that ugly. I got a good head on my shoulders. I got money. I got everything. I'm a cool ass motherfucker. And I have issues like everybody else do. So I'm not claiming to be perfect. But I'm saying those women wanted men that were on that level. Someone being nice, someone being kind, someone being, well kept, well mannered, respectful. If you got in an altercation at the grocery store, it didn't result to violence or someone dying, they thought that was weird. I had black women multiple times tell me, what's wrong with you? Why do you talk so proper? Are you gay? That was funny. Are you gay? You don't want to, why don't you want to, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. So I can agree with most of those men saying that has been my experience in the hood. And I don't like no ghetto ass woman. I don't care what ethnicity you are, because ghetto-ness is not only something that's specific to my black women. That is something that's around the world. Ghetto is worldly shared. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my take on it, man. If someone has their experience, respect their experience. It doesn't mean that that's in fact what they're saying that black women are.
Not all black women like hood and thug dudes. That's just false. Some do, some don't. It is what it is. Thank you for joining me again and watching my big ass content. Thank you.
You know what? I wanted to play those last couple clips just to, I guess you can say give a little bit of grace, not very little grace, because obviously not all black women are like this. Not all women are like this, period. However, I do want to share the fact that the things that he said that women called him, and especially he said he came from, probably was considered one of the worst areas in the United States. I always found that a bit weird with black women, how you can be well spoken and the first thing they want to say is what's wrong with you, or you're whitewashed, or you must be gay. It just know, if anything, those type of women are brainwashed. I mean, to sit over here and say that as women that y'all want a hood dude who's not in the streets like that, more than likely he would have to have a little bit better vocabulary, be a little bit more better well-spoken than guys that are still in the streets. So it's like I think women want this mix of the best of both worlds, so to speak, but I don't think they realize what it comes with. I don't know. It's just, I've said this for the longest, bro. As long as us as black people, but especially black women, champion this type of man, we're never going to be able to progress. If y'all see well-to-do men as unattractive or not masculine enough, especially when you're young, because it seems like when women get in their 30s and their 40s, they kind of wake up and they're like, oh, okay, that's not good for me. But by then, it's too late. Black women in particular, y'all need to get hip to this game the moment y'all are like between the ages of 18 to 21. So that way, when you're in your mid to late 20s, you can actually be locked in with somebody that got some motion, or as opposed to not still being in the streets. But yeah, I've had black women say the same things about me, saying I talk like I'm white. Are you gay? Like, it's just ridiculous, man. I really wish black women would grow up and stop saying bullshit like that. Just because a black man don't sound hood, or every other word ain't a cuss word. Like, it's ridiculous to me, bro.
When Turneround's theory continues, I'm going to give you fellas another theoretical thought to tonight's episode right after these important messages.
Here's why hood dudes get a lot of women. Hood dudes get a lot of women because they're rebellious and they don't try to impress women. If you know anything about guys who fit that stereotype, they do whatever they want to do, when they want to do. They don't care about anybody's feelings. That's very attractive to women. Those men are selfish. Those men do what's best for them. Because those men are hard to keep up with, they're very, very fun. A woman is not going to get a lot of certainty with a hood dude. He might be in jail today, out of jail tomorrow. Those things are attractive to women. Don't go to jail and do that. Be a good citizen of society and have those things amongst yourself, and women will also like you too.
What I learned over the years is that if I'm gonna date someone that's in the streets, I have to be able to pick up his slack whenever he gets picked up, and that comes with, I have to take care of the bills. I have to make sure that he's good. I have to make sure if he has kids, I have to make sure that I can provide for his kids as if he's still outside. And most men, they date women and they damage them and do all this bullshit out, while they're out. And when they go in, they don't have nobody. You don't have no one, because while you was out here in the streets, you was doing her dirty. So why would she want to hold you down when you was doing her dirty? Like, for what? Doing me dirty again? And on top of that, some of them, they go inside and they continue to do the same bullshit that they was doing while they were out. But the only person that's standing on your curtain is the girl that was laying next to you this whole time.
And now, Turneround's theoretical thought. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And y'all know what time it is, and this is most definitely my favorite part of the segment. Once again, it's time for the latest edition of Turneround's Theoretical Thought with yours truly, because in just a minute, I'm going to conclude tonight's edition with another theoretical thought coming from the Average Man Unplugged YouTube channel. about these women that are being so attracted to these hood dudes. Here's your theoretical thought for the day. Go back to episode 7 of season 4 of the platform entitled Modern Women Defending These Pookies and Ray Rays. You'll be surprised at how many of these women will go for a Pookie and Ray Ray any day of the week and start getting abused by these Pookies and Ray Rays. They love to have a little hood around them, and that's what attracts most black women today. It's sad to say. So fellas, if you're not a hood dude, don't be one now. That's your theoretical thought for tonight. And this will also conclude tonight's edition of Turneround's Theory. Hey listen, I want to thank you for watching another edition of Turneround's Theory here on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. This platform is actually designed to empower men to make better choices and life-changing decisions when it comes to the dating world. Hey listen, let me know what you think in the comment section below concerning tonight's episode. And as a constant daily reminder, I must reiterate to you all one more time to please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel because it would actually help out and it would be beneficial for the YouTube algorithm. And please don't forget to smash on that post notification bell because you, my friends, will instantly be notified every single time I post up and upload more additional content onto the channel. For Turnaround's Theory, I'm your boy, Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. I thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you right back here next week for another edition of Turnaround's Theory here on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Now here is a sneak peek of next week's episode. Next week on Turnaround's Theory. Only 5 more episodes left until the season finale for season 5 of Turnaround's Theory, and here is a sneak peek of next week's episode.
So, it has begun. The very thing, once again, that I tried to warn so many women about. But no, they fought against me and said, you are a wrong, pick-me, male-identified woman that does not know what she is talking about.
Don't miss another edition of Turnaround's Theory coming next week on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.